Alright, back at it. MMA Quick Hits, the only MMA channel that fucking matters. Cub Swanson, he had to sound off. See, this is the thing that I like. You know, a lot of people, everybody's saying, oh, everybody's trying to be like Conor and all this stuff. Frankie Edgar and Cub Swanson, they both want the first crack at Max Bless Holloway Jerome. Max Bless Holloway next. That's what they want, and both of these guys are sounding off instead of staying silent and quiet and, well, I'll just see how this thing plays out, and if the belt comes my way, man, I'll be happy to fight for it. Cub Swanson said, Frankie Edgar, he said, because when you lose 4 straight title fights, it's ridiculous to think that you get the 5th. Burn. Frankie Edgar has had so many opportunities. He has lost them. He has not been a champion for a very, very long time. He has had more title shots than every fucking body. Now, the thing of the matter is, Cub Swanson, he did lose to Jose Aldo back in the day. It was years ago. But Frankie Edgar, the only reason this guy's even being mentioned for a title shot is because it's not Jose Aldo holding the title right now. Cub Swanson was in talks for the next title shot no matter what. If it was Max Holloway, if it was Jose Aldo, it didn't matter. Everybody was kind of saying, yeah, he's hot right now. This guy deserves it. This guy's next in line. Cub Swanson, typically the quiet guy that doesn't really do interviews, that doesn't really have anything to say. He stepped outside of his comfort zone. He was on UFC on Fox covering the fight, which I love. As soon as I saw Cub Swanson with that cheap tie, I said, oh shit, Cub, why did you? I said, Cub, take off that ugly ass tie, bro. You looking crazy up there. Cub Swanson, who let you fucking walk out the house? Hopefully it's not his wife. Hopefully it was somebody at UFC on Fox, man, the wardrobe department, because that shit looked like some 1980s fucking prom picture tie. But I was like, damn, Cub Swanson up here. I like the fact that this guy stepped out of his comfort zone. He's not at home just chilling. He stepped out. He's here, he's dressed, he's talking about the fights. The first thing I said was, oh fuck, Cub Swanson's not a good speaker, so I don't know if he's going to be really comfortable just talking and giving an honest perspective throughout the fight. And Cub Swanson was the one brutally honest the entire night. I don't know if you guys saw that, but he's like, yeah, but you have to remember, Vitor has popped dirty multiple times and the PEDs have always been attached to his name. While everybody's trying to give Vitor a great farewell fight, and he's like, oh yeah, Jose Aldo, man, damn, he just looked bad out there tonight, man. He got fucking clipped up this evening. So with all that being said, now he's firing back at Frankie Edgar, trying to skip the line. Now, if a lot of people want to talk about the rankings, throw the fucking rankings out of the window, please. Let's talk about the facts. The fact of the matter is, Frankie Edgar lost to Jose Aldo, beat Jeremy Stephens, beat Yair Rodriguez. Jose Aldo was a champion. Jeremy Stephens is a low ranked guy. Yair is another guy that's ranked low. So how does he skip the line and get another title shot just because there's a new champion? It doesn't make sense. No matter how you chop it up, you don't get a title shot after beating Jeremy Stephens. You don't get a title shot after beating Yair Rodriguez. Now, I know somebody in the comments is gonna say, hey man, hey, Cub Swanson just beat fucking Artem fucking RoboCop Lobov. I hear you, but all I'm gonna say is a 4-fight win streak is more impressive than a 2-fight win streak. Cub Swanson is currently on a 4-fight win streak. Now, this is the issue with Cub. It doesn't mean that he's not eligible for a title shot, but this is the issue. You guys remember, I told you guys I like Cub Swanson, big fan, been a fan. I did a video about him saying that he wasn't worried about the title and all that stuff last year. Now, this is the thing with Cub Swanson throughout his career. He lost to Jens Pover. I don't know if you guys know who Jens Pover is, man. He was one of the true first little guys. He was an entertaining fighter. I don't know. You know what? I need to actually look that up. I wonder if Jens Pover is in the UFC Hall of Fame. This guy was a scrapper, man. This was a guy that did everything he could do to be the best. He was a really good fighter for a really long time. He definitely stayed around a little longer than I wanted him to, man, because I was a fan. But this is a guy that, you guys know how I always say, like, when something's not working, do something different. Man, he left his training camp. He went to the fucking woods. He opened up a fucking cabin. He's like, dude, I'm not fucking lifting weights anymore. Fuck all these fucking trainers and all this bullshit. I'm a fighter first. I know how to fight. This motherfucker put up a and the funny thing is, I tried to do this shit when I was in high school, because I was like, whoa, this shit is fucking crazy. I wonder if I could do this for wrestling. But he was just trying anything, man. He's like, dude, I'm just a fighter, man. I want to be on some Rocky IV type of shit, just in the woods, training, man, throwing combinations, working hard, sweating, running. And then he put up a pull-up bar. He put up a pull-up bar, and he was just sitting there drilling the holes of, putting up a pull-up bar inside of his cabin, and he was just telling this story like, yeah, man, I just want my fucking hands to be as hard as fucking cement, man, because he was known as a banger. It'll be worth it to go watch his highlight, guys, if you guys want to see some old school guy that had a fucking man on deck every fight. Even when he lost, man, he was getting clipped up, but he was out there fighting his ass off. You know, he's like, I want my hands to be so fucking solid. And, you know, I heard this old fucking thing that if you fucking, if you do pull-ups with a fucking tennis ball in your hand's gonna get fucking wider and stronger and bigger, because, you know, the blood is gonna go into places it never was before. Your hand is gonna be straining to hold on. And it was just like this whole mental thing. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And he was explaining it while he was putting up his pull-up bar. So when it was done, what he did was put 2 tennis balls in the center of his hand, and then put his hand on top of the pull-up bar, where his fingers were not able to grip the fucking pull-up bar. They were only able to grip the tennis ball, and this motherfucker was doing under and overhand pull-ups. Like, do you know how much fucking control that shit would take? Like, so then, anyways, man, I went online and I ordered some fucking pull-up bar, and I put that shit in my door jam. And, you know, I was trying that shit, and I couldn't, my fucking hands literally weren't strong enough to do that. And I was like, damn, this dude's a fucking beast. My whole point of the story is, man, he was just a guy that was willing to try anything to be better, just to be a better fighter, instead of sitting around bitching and talking about it. So, you know, I know a lot of people don't know who Jens Pulver is, but Cub Swanson lost to that guy way back in the day. So when you look at his record, you can't say, well, he lost to some guy, Jens Pulver, who the fuck is he? Trust me, he was a fucking legitimate fighter. He's a legend. Jose Aldo lost. He lost to Chad Mendez. He lost to Ricardo Lamas. He lost to Frankie Edgar and Max Holloway. So with that being said, it's safe to say that we already know Cub Swanson is a fucking gatekeeper. That's fine. That's fine. But what I'm going to say is, he's never tested dirty. He's always been clean. He has put on entertaining fights for 10 plus years. He had 1 title fight. 1 title fight. Right now, he's on a 4-fight win streak. They were all decisions, but they were all fun fights. I haven't heard one person say, oh man, you know, Cub Swanson, he's pretty boring, man. He's turning into a decision machine. We haven't heard that, because they're all entertaining fights. It's Cub Swanson's turn right now. It's Cub's turn, period. Frankie Edgar, go string together multiple wins and show us that you belong in another title shot. Let's go back to the bottom line. The bottom line of the fucking story is, let me open this shit up one more time. Hey, Cub Swanson, the man himself said, because when you lose 4 straight title fights, it's ridiculous to think that you're entitled to get a 5th. Frankie Edgar, that's who he's talking about. Frankie, you already had your opportunity. You already had your opportunities with an S at the end. It's not your fucking turn. Get back to the bottom of the line. Work your way up. I don't give a fuck about the off and on rankings of the UFC. Those bitches are fly by night. You know, one day they're this, one day they're that. Nobody really gives a fuck. The bottom line is, we need a fresh coat of paint on the 145 division. Frankie Edgar, go beat Jose Aldo in a regular fight. Maybe you could beat him when the title's not on the line. I don't know what else to say. Man, fuck it. It is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments.